It's no secret that all three Knives Out movies, including, well, Knives Out, Glass Onion, and most recently, Wake Up Dead Man, are some of, if not the best mystery movies recently released. All I've seen for these movies is endless praise, and they definitely deserve it. Each movie has such care and passion poured in, from the Agatha Christie vibe of the first movie to the honestly hilarious comedy of the second.
It's so dumb.
Oh, it's so dumb, it's brilliant.
No! It's just dumb!
And the heartfelt emotion of the third. And, of course, for the murder mysteries. But I'm of the opinion that the best parts of these movies aren't actually the mysteries. What makes this trilogy so unique and so masterful isn't the snappy dialogue, or how the mystery is meticulously unfolded layer by layer, or even the detailed sets. While all of that certainly elevates them, the best thing about these movies are its main characters. Specifically, how these three main characters, the nurse, the twin, and the priest, are the heart of the story. So, let's talk about it! While I'm not going to delve into the actual murders of these movies, there are still going to be spoilers. If you haven't already, please go watch the movies, and once you do, come on back to this video. Alright, with that out of the way, here's... Each Knives Out movie has a very distinct presence. The first one has that Agatha Christie sort of vibe I mentioned earlier, that classic detective Sherlock Holmes kind of feel. That's thanks to the rather grim-looking mansion that the movie takes place at, as well as the fall season and all of the props. I mean, there's a huge donut made of knives sitting behind a chair, and Harlan's study is in the shape of an old-fashioned coffin. The characters are to thank for this tone as well. Harlan's family look like they tumbled right out of a clue board. They even get their own classic portraits in the credits. The second movie, Glass Onion, is very different. It feels like a complete 180 from the first. The story takes place on the private island of a billionaire. Everything is bright, sunny, and colorful. The characters are all their own flavor of idiotic, insufferable rich person. Miles as the supposedly genius entrepreneur, Birdie as the problematic social media influencer, Claire as the bland politician, the list goes on. The movie even takes place during the COVID pandemic. And finally, the third movie, Wake Up Dead Man, feels more similar to the first one. It's set in a small town with a thick, dark forest all around. But what makes it different from the first is the religious aspect. The church has a very distinct presence in this movie. The cast of characters is, I'll admit, a little lacking compared to the other two movies. They aren't as memorable, and they all sort of feel like a combination of the Harlan family and Miles' so-called disruptors. But anyway, the point is, each movie is unique, except for two things. They each have a murder mystery, and they each have Detective Benoit Blanc at the head. At least, that's what it seems like on the surface. But there's something I noticed upon rewatching these films. You're probably already guessing at it. The third aspect that's included in each Knives Out movie is the other main character. Marta in the first, Helen in the second, and Judd in the third. All three of these are, when you boil it down, basically the same character. They're the Watson to the Sherlock, the one that Blanc drags along as he tries to unravel a mystery that always has this Watson in the center. And they're each the heart of the movie. While the rest of the characters are their own version of terrible, Marta, Helen, and Judd are pure-hearted. They are the ones we're rooting for, even if they, at certain points, seem to be guilty of the murder. And this isn't just surface level. All three of these characters have some redeeming quality that ends up saving the day in the end. Marta choosing to save Fran by being a good nurse leads to them being able to push Ransom into confessing. Helen's unwavering loyalty to her sister leads to the downfall of Miles. Judd's grace and mercy as a priest inspires Blanc to allow Martha to confess for herself. I think it's genius. Now, I'm not a murder mystery guru, but from what I do know, typically, these stories rely on the reader's or viewer's desire to learn the truth to keep them engaged. It's all about solving the mystery and catching the killer. If you don't have a good mystery in your murder mystery novel, it's gonna fall flat. The Knives Out trilogy certainly has good mysteries, but these three sympathetic characters just add even more to make the viewer care. In these movies filled with awful characters, these three just stand out all the more. I want Marta to succeed in Harlan's scheme. I want Helen to avenge her sister, and I want Judd to find peace as a priest. And by having Benoit Blanc team up with each of these characters, it makes us like him even more. It endears us to him, which is a genius move, by the way. If you're only gonna have Blanc in every movie, you better make sure your audience likes him. And this is a surefire way to do that. If we want to take this even further, I'd argue that the whole point of these movies isn't the murder. It's not about that or the mystery. No, Knives Out is about Marta receiving Harlan's inheritance because she's a good person. Because she's...
Goodness.
Glass Onion is about peeling back the layers until you arrive at the truth.
Miles Braun is an idiot.
And then smashing those layers of lies and idiocy into the ground. Wake Up Dead Man is about Judd growing into his role as a priest. But more than that, it's about the harms and graces of the church. It's all about caring for those in need of caring, about
Grace for my enemy.
And those messages, those themes, are presented to us through these three characters. Honestly, I'm not much of a mystery gal. It's just not my favorite genre. So if these movies didn't have that additional element to make me so invested, I don't know if I would have enjoyed them as much as I did. But these characters made me care. So far, all three Knives Out movies are easily 10 out of 10 for me. If they make more, I'll eagerly look forward to them. If the writers keep up this pattern, that's all the better. But I guess we'll find out. Hey, thanks for watching. Before you go, let me know which Knives Out movie is your favorite. I'm curious to see how people rank them. For me, the first is my favorite, then Wake Up Dead Man, then Glass Onion. They're all spectacular movies, mind you, but that's how I would rank them based on my personal tastes. It's 2026, and I'm ready for a whole year of new videos. I hope you guys will stick around in the months to come. Until the next one, I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye!